Chen comes out. This is very different from positive, guys.
It's different, but not at the same time. Like, this is Misha's favorite hero when he can play it. But they've been really liking this Chen. It gets banned out against them a lot. And when we were doing the WePlay event, if he didn't get Chen, he would pick Enchantress every game. So he's very good at this hero. And a lot of games that I've casted Misha playing Chen before, he hardly ever dies. Like, if you know you're having a good game or positive, guys, because Misha has like 2 deaths at like 20 minutes playing Chen. He's always in a decent position. Feels like he's always doing the right thing on this hero, especially in the early game. I want to see Sand King.
I want to see Meepo. Ooh, Earthshaker. Okay, I'll take that. That makes me happy.
Okay.
The big slammies coming in.
So it gives them more team fight now. So they've got like this gyro with all the AoE damage. They've got the shaker with the good control now. I worry about what happens when positive guys get this BKB going. But they definitely do have good sources of damage now, especially with Soul Catcher, right? Like, Shaker goes in with Echo, you plant the Soul Catcher down as well. All of a sudden, they've lost more than half their HP. And they're pretty easy for the gyro to finish off. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. Like, this BKB timing out gets early on. They don't rotate well across the map on Old But Gold. Like, the Shadow Demon Ogre's pretty static early on. I like this outpick. A hugest Amountus.
Largest Amountus indeed, but the Gyrocopter does pull a pretty good tempo along behind him. Let's see if he can push the Alchemist past the breaking point.
Are we going to see a Timbersaw ban here? I think we will.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. It would make sense. From positive guys, right?
Yeah, because it's obviously really good against Legion, Alk.
Tiny.
Yeah, it's good against Tiny as well. Gives them the extra damage that they're looking for, but gold. I think it's difficult though. Or maybe you ban something that you're more scared about just facing in the mid lane in general that like plays tempo. I guess Timbersaw is that though.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, if they have a Timbersaw player, they should definitely play it. I just don't know if G plays it or if I'm fairly sure Illidan doesn't. Maybe BCZ does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure BCZ can.
It feels like a BCZ.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh well, whatever. We don't get to see anyway.
So what do they? They need some kind of like tempo hero, something that offers damage into the Legion commander would be nice. As some kind of magic burst. What else have we seen them play today? They've played Invoker. It's just been banned out.
They need some more control over the game as well. Maybe some big ultimates.
Queen of Pain.
10 seconds remaining.
It's pretty bad, I know.
5 seconds remaining.
Definitely something here.
What about like Wind Ranger? I want to see a Wind Ranger.
Yeah, I could handle Wind Ranger.
Like Lena's banned as well. Kunka's banned. Lesh is banned, which I think are the 3 big ones that could have been picked.
Joker as well, and that just got banned.
Yeah. I want to see Wind Ranger.
I think I play Puck actually. It's a decent Puck. Shadow Demon into Shaker makes it hard.
Yeah, it's not great. I think you want something a little, maybe like even something like a DK might be okay.
Dire team pick.
Grim.
What the fuck?
Okay, to tiny mid.
Okay.
Really need to. Grimstroke. What the? Who's this guy?
I mean, it's a really good Grimstroke game, to be fair. Like double Alk stuns, really nice. You get the double duel. You can Inkswell 3 melee heroes, which is pretty sick. Not all at the same time. That'd be pretty crazy. But or Inkswell Chen, yeah. That sounds big.
Yeah, you can actually legit Inkswell 10 creeps, which is actually sick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a good Grimstroke game.
I was going to say, they have a really good tri-lane as well with this Alk.
Yeah.
Like, Alk Chen Grimstroke sounds really good.
Yeah. But I'm not sure how much you want to Legion Commander alone versus Gyrocopter Shadow Demon.
Yeah, maybe not, dangerous. But at the same time, like as long as your Alk gets farm, right?
True.
Like, if your lane's going well, you just secure the Alk, then you can TP somebody away. But they might just set up as dual lanes and then TP somebody back to help the Alk if they need. What do they go for? That's the lane against Tiny as well. That's not an easy.
Don't want someone who's going to get crushed in lane with Tiny. We've seen pugning lanes against Tiny go very badly in the past and very well in the past. That's kind of relying on the skill-based matchup. They could go Razor. They seem to really like that hero against Alchemist and Legion. That sounds pretty nice. But I feel like you do want a little bit of magic damage in this lineup.
Or a DP.
DP would be good. Or let's go Puck. Damn it. Oh, we missed it. We missed the OD. Every single draft we've been calling for an OD, and then finally we get one. Oh, but Gold will pick it up. That's going to be G on the OD in the middle lane.
That gorilla is massive.
Where's Chen gone?
New hero, guys.
Where is Chen gone? There's just Misha is playing Gorilla. Jesus Christ.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, we've been saying that, to be honest, the reason I always forget about OD is banned every time. So you don't even take him into consideration.
No.
It's a really good OD game. He can disrupt whoever the Ghost Stick duels. It's really good save in general. Does really well against the Alk until he gets BKB.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to try and kite that around a little bit. I'm not sure how they will, but I guess they have the Purge, which is nice. It's really good against Tiny in lane, actually, as well. Not so much of the first few levels. D gets Tiny can't really lane against him anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of awkward situations. Also, I'm not going to comment on this Alchemist set, and there's just some hair in a very strange place, and I don't really know what they're going for with that one.
It's belly hair.
Belly hair. Right.
Yeah.
I've literally never seen that set before, and that is
right.
immensely terrifying. That's so bad. He's got a fish in front of his head. Is that supposed to be like carrot and stick style, where you just dangle the carrot in front of the donkey and they walk forever kind of idea?
Probably.
The Alchemist Ogre loves fish?
Son of a!
I wonder what set is this? This is the important thing.
Yeah, we're not really here for the Dota. We're here for the cosmetics. Yeah, look, he's got a little fish he's supposed to be chasing.
That's interesting.
Get the fish.
Oh, it's alright. It could be worse. I've seen some worse sets than that before.
The thing is, it doesn't really work because, in theory, if you actually wanted the fish, you would just reach out and grab it. Like, it's not far enough away. It needs to be much further ahead of him.
Shocking.
Reckon it makes the hitbox bigger for Arrow? Cosmetics don't change hitboxes. Come on, guys, you know.
So Chen started with a headdress, which is what we tend to see. Get the defined favor at level 1, so you're working on the headdress for your whole team in the laning stage. And I love Grimstroke's item build. It's like the Shadow Demon stuff all over again.
Yeah, he's really just going for the same build, isn't he? Get me some mangoes. Let's go. All right, let's get into this game then.
Ghost Stick.
Yep, Ghost Stick's very much getting into this game right now as he's used that press the attack to try and get himself a little bit more health. Misha coming in from the side as well, but Vanscore is also here right now with that Bloodlust, trying to get himself a couple more right clicks in. If only he'd gone for Fire Blast. Alas, they'll not grab the kill. They're trying to fight up though. They're not relaxing. There's 4 heroes from Positive Guys right now. Only 3 from Old but Gold. They're still trying to take this one as the poisons are coming through. The battle for the bounty. All the Positive Guys are on top of it right now. It looks like Old but Gold are focused on other things. As Ghost Stick will just about be surviving. Purges off the poison and will be okay.
When
Divine
you
favor.
purge off the poison, do you take the damage? I don't actually know.
You do.
Okay.
That would just make any hero with Purge completely broken versus Shadow Demon.
It would.
And look at this.
Love
Ghost Stick can just
this, by the way.
go home, come back again. Wow. Full HP, full mana. Also, in that fight, the pressy attacks were doing a little bit more healing thanks to the Divine Favor as well. So
smart.
Everything coming together. Positive Guys, they've got a smart draft so far. Vanscore going to town a little bit on immersion as Chen rotates down to the bottom lanes. They are going to duel this. They don't want to leave LTW alone. Surprise, surprise. And meanwhile, on this bottom, they've got BZZ and Velhor. Now, this is a pretty potent duo lane once the Earthshaker gets level 3. Actually, once he gets 2 with this build, it can be pretty nice.
Yeah, but again, they can always just rotate the Grimstroke down if they need to. Like, they're going to protect this Alk at all costs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, doesn't matter how many heroes it takes, they'll probably bring 4 down if they had to.
Yeah, Misha is taking a couple of these poisons, but still level 1 poison, so not really a huge threat. He just wants to trade some of these mangoes, use some of these clarities, get the mana regen going, also LTW back a little bit. And of course, if he does get too close to Earthshaker, then... Well, Earthshaker's not level 2 yet, but when Earthshaker gets level 2, there'll be a little bit of kill threat. Just with the Enchant Totem and Aftershock. Nice little combination there. As RTW will do pretty well with the starting few moments in the game. I mean, there's not really much to shut him down. He does actually manage to cancel out the clarity from the sharding with that acid poison there, so pretty good stuff. Meanwhile, over in the middle lane, it is Ergon versus G, and in most situations, Owl Devourer does pretty damn well versus a Tiny.
Oh, until Tiny gets a DD rune.
Yeah, this is going to help. Voice lines. Well, look at that, indeed. Well, look at that. I'm just going to do way better in my lane than I should be doing.
It happens. I like that the Chen stacked the small camp, by the way. Just to see what he could get. Now he's going to pull it now. Just try and help bring the creep wave back towards IOTW.
Oh, yeah, let's get a
this
hill troll, please. Grab him. Hell yeah. The healing coming out from this boy. Magnified by the Divine Favor is going to do so little still. It's actually
the mana aura on this creep is so underrated. It's really good. 2.5 mana regen per second.
That's pretty insane, to be fair. Oh
Which
yeah,
in
get
the
that healing.
stage,
Get it, girl. Yeah, heal him. Heal him. Look at that. 15, 15, 15, 15. Like this Alchemist basically has Chemical Rage on right now.
I wonder who's using it, if it's Misha or whether it's IOTW that's doing it.
Doesn't it go on autocast?
It does, but it's really
But
bad.
it heal
what it
creeps.
does.
Just shift Q like a tons of heals onto the Alchemist. I mean, Misha's got much less to worry about. It's definitely him microing it.
BCC's doing a really good job in this lane, though. He has 6 well. Although they can't really pressure the Alchemist too hard at the moment, he's really farming that well.
Yeah, Ergon having a pretty good time in this middle lane after that DD rune, helping him out immensely. And of course, he's not like most other melee heroes, not like most other girls. He's got Tree Grab, which can help him get a little bit of an extra range and gives him a little bit more last-hitting potential. So, as of yet, we haven't had a kill on the map. First Blood might be coming in this top lane, I feel. If it's going to be any lane, it's probably top. But Vanscore, not really looking for it just now, just looking for a bit of harass onto Immersion. Just wants to follow him around. This big tubby Ogre Magi. Constantly looking to just be punching people. Always trying to trade with his ridiculous health regen, his ridiculous armor.
Yeah, I think this level 3, now it's come out on the Grimstroke, might be proving quite a lot for this Ogre to deal with. Like the level 2 Ink Swell, such a massive amount of damage and stun coming through.
Yep. Oh, approaching that 5-minute mark, are we? Well, that is Vanscore having an okay time in this top lane. The thing is, this isn't really a lane which is... Ooh.
It's 5 stacks.
Yeah, this is a ILTW in a bit of trouble, but with the damage coming out, BZZ actually couldn't continue to lock him down, or he could nonetheless. I think he had Fissure there. I'm not too sure. Did he use it to catch him in the first place? Neither mind. They're going to be going for the bounties right now, but this is pretty well defended by Old But Gold, so they'll be able to get both of them. Meanwhile, up at top, Ogre Magi could be in some trouble as Ergon comes in, and this is going to be First Blood. Vanscore's going to go down. Ergon's going to grab that kill. We know what happens when Tiny gets too good of a start when it's being played by Ergon.
They did only get 1 bounty rune, though, on the Radiant side, so Alk's going to be a sad boy.
Yeah, that's true. They need these on positive guys, but the first ones, I guess you can kind of let them go sometimes and not let quite as much, but yeah, I mean, still never a good idea, really. But yeah, one of the games in the closed qualifiers, Ergon just... In fact, a couple of the games in the closed qualifiers, yeah, they're looking for LTW once more, and now they've the Fissure to throw down as well. The blocks coming in, the poisons are there. They need a little bit more. Misha trying to do what he can, but there's not really much he can do, and LTW just pops like a balloon.
That was so close. The last auto attack actually killed him after poisons were used. So, really well played. Valhort doing the maths.
He knows. He's actually able to grab its Arcana in here. Immersion actually stutters on denying it, which could be actually costing him his life. No, actually, Vanscore. Yeah. No, Tiny's in. A lot of heroes rotating into the middle lane right now, just to make things extra confusing.
A pretty close game in general, though. But yeah, Alk dying in this bot lane has really hurt him. He's just going to have to go back to this jungle. But you see this lovely Chen has stacked creeps for him.
Oh, heal him. Heal him. Yeah, 15. 15. He's loving it. Invincible.
Their lane is now the jungle.
I never realized this creep can like never run out of heals either.
Yep. So good.
You just have to micro him though. It's more kind of a test of patience than anything.
In all seriousness, he might actually be shift. Which I know you joked about.
You can't shift Q.
You know. I was like, yeah, cooldown.
Yeah, if it has a cooldown. This is all manual. This is manually pumping out the heal. I mean, maybe they have an auto cut. No, they don't. It's still just coming in. Jesus. Is Misha okay here? He's popped the shrine. I feel like he's got to be careful though. If Velhor decides to turn around and just keep on stacking these up. Oh, there's 6.
Oh, don't worry, he's getting healed.
Throws in the soul catcher. Here it comes. 15. Stop running away from the heals.
They might have seen that ward go down there that Shadow Demon put, which would be really big for this out. Try and protect him in his jungle as much as you can.
Wait, is this guy's healing not amplified?
Yeah,
by
it is.
Chen? It's not. He's only healing him by 15.
It's healing 20, dude.
What? He's saying 15 above his head though.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't change, I don't think.
What?
To be fair, it is only 6% at level 1. So,
Well, fair enough.
so
Anyway,
that's like less
Vanskor
than
goes
1.
down. Probably should pay much more attention to Vanskor dying than what the creep actually heals
No.
for.
The Chen creeps are very important, Imad. They're
Well-
not talked about enough. We're here to save that.
True. Especially level 1 Chen creeps. No one knows about them. You know, I didn't even know that guy had a mana
Do
regen.
you know what? That's not true at all, because I feel like we all know about that bloody harpy thing that spams lightning at you.
True.
That is-
Lightning Harpy is a mistake.
That creep is so annoying. Oh,
Yeah.
Chen bot lane.
Yeah, they've got him. They've got him. BTZ on top of him immediately. They do get him on the other side of the Fedra, but it doesn't really matter. Even had the Echo Slam if they felt the need.
Is Alp going for Soul Ring? Or is he just skipping it now? Is it on the 3? No.
All these questions and so few answers. You know, someone.
look at this creep that the Chen
Chen
did.
bringing him creeps. That is
This is
next
so sick.
level. Hell yeah. That's some good Dota.
Do you remember when No-Tail did that? I think it was at TI, when he bought like 10 creeps mid for his Alp to farm.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That was pretty big.
Yeah, that was a nice play. And,
But you'll see he's going to do it again with this little satyr down here.
Yeah, meanwhile, Ergon being jumped on here in the middle lane as there's 3 rotations in from Old But Gold. Ergon now getting banished up by Immersion. Sorry, not by Immersion, by a Shadow Demon. Velhor holding him still, but in comes the ultimate from the OD. But look at this duel in the backlines. Can they actually win this? Yes, they can. Ghostic judges it right, gets himself 10 duel damage, and looks like he's going to get away as well. Wow. A kill onto each mid laner, but the dual damage on the Legion Commander makes it a little bit more worth it for positive guys. And they had less heroes there as well, therefore a little bit more efficient with the gold spread. Feeling pretty good, I think.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, that was
is
really
under
good.
attack.
And like,
And they fight for runes
As
here.
long as
Hold
you're
on. Immersion's going to come forwards, but he's got a rocket sent at him, so they're not going to hold.
Dire's
They're
top
just going to
tower
accept.
is under attack.
Wake me
As long as
up.
you're taking
Wake me
fights.
up inside. Wake me up. Oh, he didn't do it. I was expecting him to press the attack, and then that kind of would have made sense, but he didn't do it, so it's like I was
they only
saying.
get 1 rune again. Sad Alp.
Yeah, he's. I mean, at least they're getting 1, right?
True. Better than
Silver
that.
linings.
Oh,
No,
mid.
Ooh.
Unloaded.
Ah, can't close the gap. Can't close the gap.
I wonder what Tiny's doing. So Tiny's got a brace queued up, but is he going to like, go for this blink straight away? We've seen some people stop off for the Echo Saver.
Yeah. I think the Echo Saber is pretty key on Tiny, but then it also depends when you want to build your Aghanims. Because if you want to build your Ags early, then
He's not going to
There's-
build it.
yeah, well, some people don't build it.
He has an out.
Oh, he has an Alk. You're right. Yeah, I think you go for the Echo Saber because that's still going to come pretty late.
This Alk has mana issues now at the start of games most. Fortunately, this little bloody high troll priest is following him everywhere, so he can just acid spray all he wants. It's great.
This Hill Troll Priest is MVP, honestly.
Dire's
Yeah.
bottom
He's,
tower
he's doing
We
great
talk
work.
about it a lot. It's really big.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if there's an engagement coming out here or what's going on. There are some heroes smoked up. We'll run out now. Oh, not seen.
I love that these Chen creeps are just delivering like dire creeps to the out over and over again. They're so good.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, they scan bot lane. They see them.
Let's hear Ergon though. I'm really not sure they know he's in the tree, and he's going to come out and try and blow up the Shadow Demon immediately. Can do so. Meanwhile, the cooldown going to get dropped onto Immersion and Ergon, forcing them back, but they weren't really looking for anything more than that.
We talked about this last game though. From was it IOTW playing the gyro? Like Illidan's playing it now, and it's very similar in the way you want to play, right? Where you just come and play into your enemy safe lane, and like try and get into a tower. But they read that really well.
Oh, the block off onto the Tiny. Ergon's in some trouble right now. They're even going to use the Echo Slams to try and hold him still. Does manage to eat through a tree and get his way past the Fissure. And now with the Norther Totem coming down, will they have enough damage to finish up Ergon? They need a little bit more, and the slow comes in from Immersion. Ergon might actually survive this. A really costly fight here from Old But Gold. Ergon, though, what are you doing, my buddy? What? You were free. You were free. Yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, no.
What you don't understand, though, Matt, is that Dota's a very big game where... Look at what the Alk's doing right now.
Yeah.
When you have an Alk like this, all you need is one of your cores to just run around and start. Like, there's literally, it's the best feeling in the world. Look at his gold. He's almost got Radiance.
Yeah.
Dire
You're saying the
He's gonna
words,
stack
but at the
this
same
ancient
time,
camp here.
what
He's
difference
gonna
does the
stack
1
this ancient
second
camp.
where they killed him and then the 0 seconds where he gets away? I mean, I just don't know if I'm picking up what you're putting down, partner.
I'm just saying that if they focus on the Tiny,
Don't know if I'm...
Tiny's gonna run at them top now, and he's gonna be like, "What up, bros?"
I'm just not cheesing your onion, you know?
Cheesing
Dire's
my
middle
onion.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
you
You've come up with some bad ones
Radiant's
before.
bottom
Salting your
tower
pepper.
is under attack.
That's pretty up there.
Well, questionable decisions made, but we're over it now. I know it took us about a minute. Meanwhile,
What
LTW
about
does
you?
indeed have that Radiance.
Oh,
Dire's
bot
middle
lane.
tower is under
Bot
attack.
lane.
Legion might look for something here.
What a-
Oh, this is really cool. Look at what Ghostix building on this Legion. I've seen him do this in another game before, and it works really well.
Drums
When you're
hit.
playing against this like gyrocopter shaker that has really high magic burst damage,
Mhm.
he went like rushes pipe early on, and it's so effective.
Yeah, I mean, he's still an offlaner at the end of the day. He needs to have these items when they need them. And yeah, there is a ton of magic damage on the side of Albert Gold. Both OD and Gyrocopter offer a ton of magic damage on top of some physical damage as well.
Dire's top
It
tower
might even
is
be
under
a
attack.
Crimson Pipe game. And you just go tank your Legion and see what jewels you can get.
Get me out.
I think Ghostic is dead here. I don't know. There's a lot of heroes coming around. Oh, he backs himself out. He'll be okay.
I think he
Dire's top
knows.
tower is under attack.
Like they're putting so many sentries down in the die because he's like, how? They're like, how does
Radiant's
Ghostic
bottom
know
tower
not to
is under
be here?
attack. Radiant structures are
But
fortified.
Ghostic's just a genius. He knows.
Dire's
He knows that they're not
tower is
defending
under
top.
attack.
So they're probably going to be playing with the gyrocopter bot.
Really does feel like Alk versus Gyro in this game. I mean, there's a
Radiant's
big deal
bottom
coming through with
tower is
the rest of the supporting cast, but
I think it's more Alk versus OD, to be honest, because they're both building BKB now. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be very much up to positive guys to try and force a fight when the Alk has his BKB before the OD does.
yeah, okay. And I think this game is shaping up to be a good one, honestly. I mean, the Alchemist is farmed. The Alchemist is going to be an absolute beast, but then again, it's not one of these games where you're like, what are they going to do against him? Like, they have the damage. They have the capability to take down this Alchemist. And now with the cooldown coming in, it's going to catch out Misha just about. Meanwhile, stun gets thrown the way of Illidan, and they will both back themselves out from one another. Down at bottom, they're circling Ergon. Danskill's on top of him as well. BZZ trying to close the gap. He already used the Echo Slam to start this fight, and now comes in the Totem as well. Tiny being controlled up pretty well, but now he has the Avatos looking for the Earthshaker. What?
Double toss, baby.
Right, okay, yeah, but, I mean, okay. When it hit the floor, it recast it again. Whatever. LTW on top of the OD. He's trying to control him up, but he's also being burnt alive by his own Alk. illusions
comes
right
the
now. Didn't do the
gyro.
toggle trip. And the Scyllid and Storm Rage on top of him as well. They can look towards LTW, but there's a lot of creeps coming in as well, which means Rocket Barrage won't be very effective. Ghostic trying to come in, find the duel onto Illidan. That is the plan. Everybody else TPing away. 1 makes it out, 2 makes it out. Illidan should make it out as well, making it 3. They do lose 2 heroes going for this. They get the kill into Urgon. Not quite sure if that's worth it, but still, Albert Gold doing a good job and putting pressure and taking fights on the other side of the map. This means that even if positive guys do get the win, they can't do anything with it.
Something we haven't talked about, by the way. Possibly the hardest Legion game ever. Playing against Shadow Demon and OD.
Not wrong, not wrong. There's a lot of saves here, yeah. They don't really care about the duel that much, though. It's more just lockdown than anything, I believe. Duel damage is kind of nice, and here we go, going straight onto the Gyrocopter. None of those saves are there right now, and ILTW and Ghostic will be able to rip through Illidan's Storm Rage. Now Vanscore's also going to get chopped up as well. Not tanky enough, that Ogre Magi. Meanwhile, the middle tier 1 tower is being beaten down. That's what I'm talking about. Albert needing to take fights on the other side of the map because their objectives will be focused down if they lose fights on their side. As
No,
is
Matt,
seen.
do you have a ticket?
Ticket.
Yeah, ticket for the Alk train, baby.
Okay,
It's
choo-choo. Where's the
ready
destination?
to go. Choo-choo, mother effers. Let's go. All aboard.
Where's
They're
the out
just
train
like-
going? Top lane now?
I mean, anywhere they like, mate. I'll be honest. Into his own jungle, apparently. That's where he wants to go. And when he gets this Blink online, though, he has Blink BKB. Like, he's not scared of anybody. Yeah, they can kite the BKB duration with like the defensive saves they have in the Astral and the Disruption as well. But I still feel like they're really going to struggle to try and play into him. Like, if you're trying to control it up this Alk the whole time, it means the Tiny's going to have complete free reign.
Ghost stick, no.
That's
Stop
a
farming Ghost stick. Oh, the Echo Slam comes down. BZZ just throwing it down. In comes the Fissure. In comes the damage. They can finish him off as the right click comes through, but now the silences are here. ILTW with the double concussive shot onto 2 of them. Concoction. And down they go. G and BZZ are both taking a nap. There's the BKB on ILTW as well, making its debut appearance and doing tons of work.
That hood was so
Jesus
sick
Christ.
on the Legion. Kept him alive, and then the Hand of God came through as well. The Legion just stayed alive for so long. Velhor?
Good.
He's okay. There's an Out coming in, though.
He's
Yeah, they might go
fine.
for this.
He's fine.
Okay, they don't go for it. I lied.
The Radiance toggle thing still works on Alchemist though, right?
It does. I don't think he's done it yet, though. Because
No,
when
he
he
didn't
got
do it
disrupted
last
in the
time.
bot lane,
Yeah.
yeah, they did still have the Radiance.
But you have the blink now, so you have to make sure you're able to pull that one off.
Yeah, and if you'll notice what the Alk has in his quick buy as well, which is really interesting.
Yeah,
Not something you
Skadi.
normally see, but when
No.
you're playing against the OD, it's really important you have int up. Otherwise, the Sanity's Eclipse just completely destroys it. Alchemist is not a clever hero.
No, he's not. Both
All it takes-
lore-wise and stats-wise.
Oh, he has a smoke actually on the Alk. They look to do something here. Ghost Stick was not in the smoke.
Oh.
He's like, God damn, you fools.
Well, I guess I can bait. Well, Vanscore is seen. They've got the blink. Hi, Vanscore. Here's a stun. Duel's coming in. It's coming eventually. There we go. Ogre Magi. Good night, my friend.
Good night, sweet prince. Your sacrifice was not in vain.
Yep.
I would really like to see this Chen start stacking magic resistance creep soon, though. Up against the Shaker, you know, the OD as well with his ult.
Yeah, it'll be pretty big. There's a lot of them as well. Underestimated for sure.
He's
What
only level
was
6.
it? How did they do
Do
on
you
the
remember
last bounties? Oh, they got 2. Nice job, positive guys. Bringing it back.
Do you remember what I said about the Misha Chen at the start of the game, though, where it feels like he just doesn't die, like ever?
Yeah.
He's 0, 1, and 4. So, like, in his score, his impact doesn't seem that high, but the amount of he's done in this game feels... Like, look where his creeps are doing bot at the moment. Like, he's constantly cutting creep waves with them and just bringing them all to his out. Bring
Yeah.
them to any other hero.
And then you compare Misha to Vanscore, and Vanscore is 0 and 5. So there's a
Yeah.
huge difference here. But then Velhor as well is
Radiant's
4 and
middle
1
tower
somehow.
is under attack.
Shadow Demon, baby. He's looking for a blink as well. Velhor. Feeling the 4.
Yeah, I think
They're
it's
going
really
up into the
important.
high ground. Hold on, we got a smoke as G will break the high ground. ILTW is seen. They're not going on this immediately, and I don't think ILTW saw them. Or he did put a poison down, so maybe he just didn't care. Got a BKB. Come at me. I've got a team behind me. Whatever, dude.
I wonder what Positive guys are waiting for, though. Like, they're 7k net worth up. Obviously, they have an out, so it's a little bit inflated. But what timing are they waiting for to make a move? Are they feeling like they need to wait for this Scardy? Or, okay, they've moved into the Roche pit, so they feel like they can go now.
Okay, that makes sense, yep. Hype now finished up on the Legion. Maybe that was it. That's just come off for them. What's our... Yeah, Tiny also got the Echo Saber. So there's some really big timers coming out for them right now. They're definitely feeling good to fight. They are being forced out of this pit, though, as they've managed to find a really nice little kill onto Belhor here. Yeah, Belhor is just being annoying to make himself live a little bit longer than he should, but will be burnt off by ILTW.
That's the biggest kill they could have got here, I think, as well. Velhelm might have to buy back. I think it's really important he's available for this first Roche fight.
There it comes, Velhor with the buyback. They're going to try and fight this one off, but Gold hanging up on their high ground. Illidan,
on the Tiny.
They stay forwards as the toss comes back, throwing BZZ away. As and they jump. Well, that was actually the Ags, yeah. OD, meanwhile, on the front lines, he's taking a lot of damage. Doesn't want to pop the BKB just yet as ILTW pops his and gets started on Illidan, but they're able to duke it out. But this is ILTW's BKB completely wasted. If all but Gold can re-engage from this, then it might be really good for them, but they're struggling to find an entry point, especially with Earthshaker looking on the high ground here, but they are just going to let them get away. They don't seem to want to engage upon a fight.
That was so massive for BZZ. He got tossed in by the Tiny, but I don't think he realized that he had Ags, so he just went straight back out again. It looked like he got tossed back the other way.
That's what I thought. That's what I said. But yeah, no, it was that Aghanim. I did see him building it earlier, which is very, very usual for the off lane currently.
I just didn't. I hadn't looked at his items the whole game. I just wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah.
Such a big moment to have it for that first Roche fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You know when we had a really good Legion game earlier on and she didn't have any duels by like the 25-minute mark, and now this Legion has 38 as they jump in and instantly blow up Van score. However, BZZ on top of him once again. The BKB does get up from OD just as the duel comes out. Now the disruption comes out onto the Legion commander. So G is absolutely fine. Ghostic getting beaten down. He is in the grave. G though, that BKB runs up and Ergon's on top of him instantly. That is going to be a kill going the way of Positive guys, and a big one indeed. They're looking for more. Velhor's going for the TP out, should be able to do so. Shadow Demon not caught, and Tiny and the Alchemist can maybe look towards heading into this Roche pit right now, as they were doing previously. But with 40 seconds dead on the OD, it becomes a real possibility. And ILTW is wasting absolutely no time in getting this one started. The Tiny, he is roaming around nearby just to make sure nobody's going to come in and mess with his best friend, ILTW. And now they get in there, and they'll start to take down the Scaly Boy. Fortunately,
nice ice on the creep, by the way.
Yeah, he helps out a lot for Roshan.
8 armor, good stuff.
30%
30% move slow, 20 attack slow.
Tower is under attack.
They need to wait for this chemical rage to be online.
Yeah, BZZ can throw a lot of spells into the pit. If he goes on himself, then he'll certainly die, but if he had a blink, he could do it. They actually get out of the pit, and they're not coming back to it currently. The OD is back, so it becomes super difficult. I mean, this game, you know, I understand when people look at this from on paper point of view and go, well, Positive guys are really far ahead, you know. Every movement they've made seems to be a victory for them. They're 8k up in gold, and ILTW looks really fat, and he is really fat, but you've got to respect G. You have to respect Illidan Stormrage as well, as they actually go in and grab themselves a cheeky little duel onto BZZ as he came in for the bounty rune there. That does start to throw things into Positive guys' favor, but still, they're just being very, very careful as they know that if they lose one big fight, then this OD is going to be a massive problem for them.
He's going to have to buy back here on the Shaker, I think.
But they might be finally willing to let it fall. Have they not committed enough already? And they come. Vansko moving forwards, but Ergon immediately jumping onto the Ogre Magi, and there's a buyback coming in from BZZ, but there's the leash. Lower the BKB. They're beating into Ergon right now. Ergon might be dropping. Yep, he certainly will. Roshan, it's being left alone as ILTW comes in and kills off G. Ooh. Meanwhile, Shaker gets up onto the high ground.
Blink up in 3 seconds on the Alk.
Yeah, let's see if he goes in for more. Again, they just want to head back to the Roche pit. No, he doesn't. The Inkswell comes out, but the BKB's there from the gyrocopter. BZZ went up to the high ground, needs to find a way back into this fight. And in comes the OD. Buyback from him. They're chasing forwards. The BKB's about to end from Illidan, though. Do they keep on fighting without the BKB? I'm not too sure, but in comes a cooldown. In comes the Earthshaker. He's got a slam if he wants to use it. Oh, Ghostic walks straight into it as well. Misha gets disintegrated. They're looking towards ILTW as well. He has got the Glimmer Cape on himself, but he is not helping him at all as he's going to get wrecked. And now they look for more. Gold but gold. Chasing down Ghostic. Have they got the catch? There's a Fisher coming through, and G is in front of him, and Ghostic will not last any longer, and G gets the double kills, and this is exactly what we were talking about. Old but gold cannot be counted out of this game, but the fight continues, and OD is the target. The duel, the toss, the combo. They bring down the OD. He does die back into this one, and all of a sudden, it's 5 versus 4. The buybacks have come in so quickly from Positive guys, and they don't have them on Old but Gold. They might just have to say goodbye to this fight, and also their Echo Slam is gone. There is no chance them interrupting Roshan. ILTW will take the Aegis after all.
Did you spot the big misplay up at the top shrine fight? The rocket was following the Auk and it hit him, but the Chen went to stand next to the Auk as the rocket came in, and Ghostic accidentally pressed the attack onto the Chen instead of the Auk that was rocketed, so it didn't take the stun off.
No, he wanted to get his Chen out of there, dude. Screw the Auk.
Oh, makes sense.
Screw the Auk.
Oh, Valhor.
Oh, cheeky plays. Oh, he actually comes out and used the disruption. I don't know if that was... I believed. You know, I really did believe. And now, oh my god, the Alchemist going in deep onto Vanscore here on the high ground. He's able to just cleave through him right away with those big swords of his. Vanscore is dead. The Ogre Magi sent to the grave along with the Shadow Demon. Positive guys have just found themselves a ton of space in this game, and they are taking full advantage of that fact. Going onto the high ground with the last few seconds of the Chemical Rage, along with the Pressy attack, allows him to just tear through these towers. He's also hit the level 20 talent. This man is huge, and now he's going to be cleaving people up as well. The tower not lasting too long right now, but with the OD coming back in 8 seconds, they might be able to form some kind of defense. They really don't want to lose high ground right now, but I'm not sure they've got much of the choice. Gyrocopter has no cooldown, can't get them away. The tower will fall, and that's going to open up shrines as well. Game is going from bad to worse from Old but Gold. There was a point where the game was pretty balanced. There was a point even where they looked very briefly as if they were ahead. But losing their OD twice in a row has cost them a lot, possibly too much. There's still plenty of comeback opportunity in this game, but Positive guys are playing really well. They're playing tight. They've only made one big mistake this game. As in comes BZZ, stunning up the Legion Commander. The BKB pops ILTW getting started on G. G needs a way out of this one. He doesn't have a force stuff though. He's got nothing. He's just being controlled up. He's got to use the Astral himself. There is absolutely nothing. Oh, the blink away, but they're ready and waiting on the low ground. The silence comes out and G's going to die again. No buyback from him. I must say, this man needs a full stuff. He needs one now.
Look at BCC trying to cut the wave again, but Ergon read him.
Checking it out. He's managed to jump over the avalanche, gets tossed back into the creeps, which is kind of where he wants to be anyway. I'm surprised he didn't just echo to kill off the creep wave there. I honestly think that could have been worth it, but...
I think he bought enough time. They should be fine now.
Okay. 45 seconds still. Bottom tower's being pinged out. ILTW, he wants to get started on this. This will refresh the Fortify cooldown.
We have to remember that in these fights, they still have an Aegis on the Auk. So when the OD pops BKB there to kill him off, it's not even worth it, right? Because if the OD gives its life in trade, even if the Auk does die... Oh, top...
Oh my god, they're actually going right now. Positive guys actually willing to fight off as they get BZZ and Vanscore easily caught out here as the something comes down.
He got the double duel. What a player.
Easy. Oh my god. 1-2-6 at 30 minutes into the game. This is a pretty astronomical amount of duel victory.
Bot lane as well. They're finding more.
They're finding so much across this map. And again, Illidan having to run away from the Alchemist.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What are these split fights that they're taking on this Old but Gold side?
Winning them all as well.
Dire's bottom shrine
The
is under
positive
attack.
guys are winning them all. Like what?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Why are Old but Gold just trying to take these really weird fights? I don't, like, was Shaker still there from just cutting the Creep wave?
I have to assume so, but then somehow he had a Shadow Demon with him. Oh no, the Ogre Magi was with him, wasn't he? I don't know how the Ogre Magi even got there, but... Well, that's the questions we'll be left to ponder.
look at Emergent's items as well. He's so rich on. There's Aetherlens Force Glimmer and an extra just over 2,000 gold. So that Hex is going to be coming out at some point.
Yep, plus 60 gold per minute talent at level 10. Quite the investment as ILTW starts to get wrecking this tower in there. Oh my god. The Pressy attack Alchemist is simply ridiculous. They're trying to control him up.
He did.
Yeah, he does toggle it this time.
And that tower's going to fall now.
Yeah, not much they can do about that. I mean, they've already taken another tier 2, so not another tier 3, sorry, so it's not like it's going to create a huge amount of difference. Just means this bottom lane is a little bit more vulnerable now.
I wonder if he builds an axe for somebody next. I feel like if he just builds it on the Tiny now, for example, like Tiny has a Daedalus. He's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, the Tiny can be a huge, huge factor. And Agon's been doing a lot. I think the thing I love about Aghanims on Tiny the most is that when you play Tiny, and you only really know this if you play Tiny, but you jump in, you do your combo, and then for so much time in the fight, you're just kind of, your effectiveness goes from like 100% to like 10% for your cooldown duration. With the Aghanims, you don't have that anymore. You can just run to the tree line, start throwing trees, then come back in. Now your combos are cooldown again. It just increases your team fight uptime efficiency so damn much. I really do like this Aghanims. I think it's actually pretty cool. I get very disappointed when people don't build it.
I mean, when you're playing core Tiny, especially the Aghanims is such a big deal.
Like, there's some points where I can kind of understand it when you need the extra burst to be able to bring down a core. If you can jump on a core and kill them, then I understand skipping out the Aghanims in order to just focus entirely on burst potential, maybe crits or something, but you always hope to see it at some point in their build. And they're actually going to break the high ground right now. And Positive guys, they're just not afraid at all as they run straight up onto the high ground. No Aegis on this Alchemist, but again, we've been in this situation before as Illidan trying to get away from ILTW. In comes BZZ. They'll hold out in the backlines along with G as well. The OD is bed, no buyback. And look at all these guys clumped up together. The Grimstroke ulti just bouncing from hero to hero. They all get demolished. That is a full 5-man team wipe. And the GG coming out from All But Gold. They will throw in the towel on game number 1. Nothing more to be done for them now as they will get lost. Honestly, that's about it.
Every time we cast a CIS like series in general, like a whole like qualifier, there's always one team that like surprises everybody.
Yeah.
And it's definitely Positive guys this time. I mean, just for like this whole month in general.
Yeah, for the month in general, Positive guys, for these qualifiers, I gotta say Gambit. Gambit, I mean, they took first seed with a brand new stack. I mean, that's not getting much better than that. Positive guys, you know, in the reshuffle, we knew what to expect from them, and they're definitely delivering that. But Gambit getting top seed, I don't think anybody would have predicted. Anyway.
I don't think Misha will be getting Chen again this second game. Like
first phase Chen.
2 deaths.
Yeah.
2 deaths.
I mean,
this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you can't. He just does so much with so little on this hero.
Yeah, this early game was absolutely berserk by Positive guys. I've never seen the Chen work so efficiently with these with that level 1 creep, and ILTW didn't need to build the Soul Ring. He had a fantastic time in the jungle because of it. ILTW had a pretty rough lane, don't forget, and then just comes out and just gets so much money from the jungle. He does whatever he wants. And unfortunately, oh, but God, you know, they're like, oh, we shut down the Alchemist, no big deal. You know, we sent him to the jungle really early, ha ha ha. But no, that Chen just changes everything, and dragging him creep waves every now and again as well. Really, really heads up plays from Positive guys. There's some really high level stuff coming out from them. And, you know, I think I said before, not on stream, but I said that Positive guys, I think, could be headed towards a high-level finish at the actual major if they make it there. I really do think this team has the creativeness and the talent to be able to come out with a top 6 finish. That's a prediction which is going on record now.
Especially on this major, because a lot of the top teams are on break and things, so like Secrets, your old Liquid stack, you know, OG. But there's another 2 things I want to talk about this game is that they did a really good job on Positive guys of bringing down Velhor first, like every fight, it felt like. So that defensive save wasn't there. Once he's gone, it just allows Ghostly to dual G up on this OD without any fear.
Yeah.
Like, they have no play. The other thing is, I think BZZ really should have gone Blink this game. If you compare Blink to Ags is double the gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a stretch this game of about 5 minutes where Alk, like, he picked up Radiance and they just had no play on the Old But Gold side because they were really missing this big engagement and team fight. So ILTW just farmed the jungle on like however he wanted. And that extra 2,100 gold you have to farm on the Shaker to get to the Axe instead of the Blink means that like Alk's going to farm like 5,000 gold in that time, which is such a huge difference.
It does make a difference. I mean, this does seem to be the favored build by a lot of offlaners, but yeah, in this game, we definitely struggled to feel... Well, actually, I don't think I struggled to feel the usefulness of the Aztec. I think he did a pretty good job being on the front lines here and making himself an issue for positive guys to deal with, and I think he was a big contributing factor to a lot of these fights, but... yeah,
he's an issue, but he needs to be an issue at the right time.
Agreed.
And if he goes Axe, I don't think it's at the right time.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see what they try to go for next game. I think we might see a change up in their entire strategy. One last thing I want to draw your attention to is, if you've seen BZZ's profile picture, it's ILTW and some weird kind of onesie type thing. No idea where he got that from. The poor boy looks terrified, but right now he is certainly not terrified. He is beating them down as positive guys lead the series 1-0 and a 1 win away from making their way to a major. I am Nomad. Here's my Pharaoh, and we're going to be back in approximately 10 minutes with possibly the last game for the CIS qualifiers. See you shortly.